Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I hope you're having a great day in Jesus. We're going to look at this new Net Bible, the New English Translation. Great name for a Bible. Came out in the early 2000s with the Net, really becoming popular. And this is by Thomas Nelson. This is one of their full note editions. I've done a review on a not full note edition. You'll see it actually comes with ribbon markers, which I am so thankful that they are coming out with Bibles with no ribbon markers. And I'll show you what the back looks like. They really did it just really good. It says $49.99. I have no idea how much I paid for it. It's been a few months ago. I noticed this dot. I probably got it at our Indiana Bible College Baker Bookhouse trip, which you can look at that haul video from that. But let's just look at the quality of this. I'm in Genesis 22. It's laying flat, which means it's Smith sewn. It used to be only the finest Bibles in the world, like Cambridge back in the 80s and stuff, were Smith sewn like this. Now they're doing hardbacks. But let's jump right into this. I've done some reviews on what the Net Bible is. It was started by, evidently by the guy in Dallas Theological Seminary, or he had some large hand in it. His name escapes me. He's the one that's been doing the great project of putting all the old manuscripts online. It's like a Bible project. I appreciate that. Dan Wallace, that's his name, Dan Wallace. Very intelligent. And a lot of our guys, a lot of apostolic UPC guys, like confer with him to kind of prove their points on various things. They'll ask him questions. So they obviously consider him an expert. This came out in 2019, this edition, 1996, initial copyright, 60,000 translator notes, and gives you all kind of stuff. The typeface was done by 2K Denmark, which is a phenomenal foundry. So we'll just let you just take a look. You can see the notes, and they're translator notes that have to do with the Bible. So I think the original intent was this was going to be pretty much an online Bible. It was all going to be just open source. And people would be able to say, well, this, that, and the other. And there's a few other. There's some majority text, Byzantine text Bibles that are doing the same thing. Done some reviews on that are just trying to say, what does it say? Wilbur Pickering, who's a very famous name, especially in the majority text, Byzantine text line, the identity of the New Testament text. He's come out, he thinks he's found what is the preserved text. I would say it's King James Version, the English language. He would probably go a little different than that. But we're not just talking about the translation, we're talking about this Bible. So we're admiring the Bible, and we're going to pull out the ribbon markers. Always be careful pulling out the ribbon markers. You may have learned this by experience, but you can rip the pages. You can see the ribbon markers are two different sizes, two different colors, which that's helpful. That is a thick ribbon marker, which I really like that. And we're going to measure the size. This is a 2.5-inch ribbon marker, and this is a 2-inch ribbon marker. Again, it's the thick, it's not thin. Wonderful material, no doubt about it. The places where there's not notes, going to have copious margins, such as 1 1/4-inch margins. That's almost, wide margin. A 1/2 inch at the top. It looks like 1.375 on the side. Almost nothing at the bottom. Yep. About 1/4 inch at the bottom. Now the print size on the sides is pretty small. The Bible text itself, done by Y2K Denmark, or 2K, I would say Y2K Denmark, it's just 2K Denmark, done a video on them. It's phenomenal. Easy reading, easy on the eyes. Not all point sizes are the same. You can have a 14-point size print that's not easy to read and a 8.5 that is. Let's see what size this is. This looks like a 9-point print, but it is phenomenal. But now let's look at the notes. The notes are not that big. See, the notes fit in with my 6-point print size, so that's not good. That's small. But if it was any bigger, obviously, it would be a much bigger Bible. Also, it does have good in-text headers. I'll show you that. A couple instances there. Good in-text headers telling you where you're at. So this is the full notes edition, gray cloth overboard. It's kind of got the old classic, like it's not a smooth hardback, but it's not red letter, by the way. Let's see if it's got introductions to books in it. Let's go there. Does not have introductions to the books. Let's see if there's anything in the back. Or is it just the textual apparatus along the sides? There is some things in the back. There are abbreviations, Net Bible Principles of Translation, which would be good to read. This is not on the translation, this review. This is on the Bible itself. So you'd want to read that before you read the, if you were buying it for the translation. Other ancient documents used, like First Enoch, First Kingdoms, the book of the Septuagint, which corresponds to 1 Samuel, Thanksgiving hymns in the Qumran community. Glad they phrased it like that. Bible versions used, like the Knox translation, the Bible in Basic English, general abbreviations, a ton of stuff here, monograph series, works cited, so it's like a bibliography, cited works in the back, abbreviations and introductions to the New Testament. See, this is really good. I need to show you all this. This is a good thing. I'm always hunting for information like this. So that's another very valuable tool in the back with some manuscript looks in here. So that's good. Glad that that's in there. So let's continue on. Appreciate Brother Mallory zooming in and out. And then it's got Nelson's new basic Bible maps, which do not have the nation of Israel going through water on their way out of Egypt, which is interesting. I had one, I'll just tell you how serious that is. And now I will tell you, I don't currently personally feel this way. I'll have to think about it, pray about it some more. But we had one of our dear commenters, regular viewer on the channel, he said, that's a lie in the Bible. He said, I won't buy a Bible that has that in there. Or if he does, I think he said he'll rip it out. He rips out that page. Because he said the nation of Israel went through water. And I'm not going to have a Bible with a lie in it. I'm like, good for you. I agree. What can I say? That's a good point. Let's do some measurement. When I say I agree, I mean, again, I haven't got to that point yet, but I may at some point. I know they went through water. I'm talking about not buying a Bible if it doesn't show that it went through water. Because I had to use it for study. 9.37 high, 6.375 in width. Depth is almost 2 inches exactly. Doesn't have much in the way of an overhang, a yap. I mean, maybe like a 1/16 of an inch. But the Net Bible, as far as quality goes, let's see what it looks like without that. I mean, you just can't get any finer quality for a hardback Bible. This looks like it's way better quality than most college textbooks that I'm acquainted with. So that is absolutely fantastic. So the Net Bible, full notes edition, Thomas Nelson. I think they make it in the full complement of leather and all that as well. Again, Dallas Theological had a lot to do with it. It's kind of expanded out. Dan Wallace had some things to do with it. You can read about it on their Wikipedia page, on and so forth. God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.